What is good, YouTube? What's Stu here with another video on the Arrow Season 5. If you haven't already, please subscribe. So this video will be on the two new castings for the show that we'll be seeing within Season 5. So in the last few days, Arrow have announced that we will be getting someone from the Green Lantern universe and from the Green Lantern comic books. Susan Williams, played by Carly Pope, who is married to Hal Jordan, who is the most popular Green Lantern. So the Green Lantern is her brother-in-law. This is a really significant casting for DC TV universe, as 2 years ago we never thought this would happen, as Warner Brothers wouldn't allow it. But since Superman is now in Supergirl for a few episodes, I think there's going to be a lot more leeway, and the fact that Jeff Johns, I think his name is working with Warner Brothers, I think there's going to be a lot more leeway to allow the TV show to be more realistic. So Susan Williams, or Sue Jordan as she's known in the comic books, will be playing a journalist from Coast City who will be coming over to Star City to cause trouble for Oliver Queen, basically trying to make a name for herself within the journalistic world. But just because they're allowing someone from the Green Lantern comic books to come into the Arrow TV show, this doesn't actually mean that we're ever going to get a Green Lantern TV show or a Green Lantern person coming in the Arrow. I mean, we've had lots of Easter eggs like this Coast City sign you can see now, but the most significant Easter egg that we had was the Jordan jacket. So who would play the Green Lantern? Obviously it's not going to be John Diggle. I just thought I'd add this picture because so many people were saying that John Diggle really is the Green Lantern, which it won't be him because he's Spartan and he's been in the show for so long that if they were trying to make an impact, they would cast someone new to play the Green Lantern. But it would be quite interesting if it was him overall. And this picture's quite funny. His last name is really Stewart. That would be, if John Diggle's last name was John Stewart, that would be funny, but that will not be the case. So this video is just to let you know that Arrow have cast someone, Susan Williams, to be in the show next season, Season 5. Obviously, if you remember, Green Lantern, the movie came out in 2011. Ryan Reynolds plays it. It kind of flopped. There is a new movie coming out in 2020. I'm not sure if the Green Lantern is going to be in a Justice League movie. He is part of the Justice League, so he should be in it, but there's not really been anything said about him being in it. So the next bit of news is Stephen Amell will be having Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, within Arrow Season 5, I believe Episode 3, just as a one-off. I mean, this would be quite interesting as they've got a lot of good chemistry together. As I don't know if you watched the wrestling match they had at SummerSlam last year, but it went off pretty good and they promoted it fairly well, quite believable. And obviously it's only fair that he gets to come on his show because Stephen Amell went on his show. So it will be like a one-off thing, like when Edge is a wrestler. He was on The Flash playing some crazy villain, so that worked quite well. So it's just a cool little casting to kind of add to the show. It's not going to save the Arrow in terms of the problems that the show's got, but that's the Guggenheim effect, Mark G effect, but we're not going to that. So Stardust coming over to the show will be quite cool. So I can just see him be attacking Mayor Queen and there being some massive fight. I hope the fights are not in the Arrow gear. I hope it's like he fights Mayor Queen, so like Oliver Queen in the daytime. If that was to happen, that would be very interesting. But I am just a bit disappointed because I really wanted Stephen Amell, the Arrow, to fight Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. But obviously now, if I believe it's true that Stardust is no longer with WWE, that cannot happen, won't ever happen. That would have been an epic fight, but at least we're going to get the second best thing. Cody Rhodes coming over to the Arrow show. And if you don't watch wrestling, Cody Rhodes is a very, very talented person. His acting skills are on point. I mean, you would think he kind of played like a superhero role within being Stardust. So if they were to make him kind of a super hit, like a kind of villain like in that way, it would be really cool. But either way, it's going to be a good episode when he's there, and it will attract some WWE fans into the show just to see what it's about. So anyway, guys, this is my video on the Green Lantern potentially coming to Arrow and Stardust being in an episode of the Arrow. Anyway, guys, please subscribe, like and comment for more videos, and I'll see you soon.